Welcome to this week's edition in the Week in Triathlon. And before I get stuck into this week's news, if you're interested in superb sports sunglasses like these, the link to advanced multisport optics, where I got these, is in the link below. And if you want 10% discount on any of the pairs of sunglasses that they sell, right over here is a discount code that you can use to be able to get 10% off any pair of sunglasses in their entire range. Superb glasses, the only ones I found, Oakley's included, that don't fog up on me and don't fall off my face. So I rate them 100%. Now, before we get stuck into this week's news, let's roll that intro and see what this week in triathlon has to offer. CoachEdu.net. The biggest news item in multisport this week is that Lance Armstrong is banned from events that are not cycling specific ended. Rumour has it that he's been in training for a Spartan event, but obviously classic bucket list standalone triathlons are definitely possible too. There are many that say he should not be allowed near any sport whatsoever, but that's not how the rules work. Next, as far as Ironman is concerned, next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend will be the IRONMAN 70.3 World Championship, and Ironman have published the pro start list of 54 men and 34 women. The list seems almost more interesting for who is not making the trip to Australia, rather than who will be on the start line. For instance, on the women's side, there will be no Mirinda Carfrae. Now, bearing in mind that the IRONMAN 70.3 World Championship is happening in Australia. Mirinda Carfrae is an Australian athlete, but she's not making the trip. Go figure. Another woman that won't be on the start line will be Jodie Swallow. And I was also half wondering whether or not Nicola Spirig would make an appearance, considering her performance at various IRONMAN 70.3s as part of her training for Rio. But no, she's not there either. But then again, on the same weekend as the IRONMAN 70.3 World Championship, we've got a World Triathlon Series event taking place in Canada, so she'll no doubt be on the start line there, because that's where her bread and butter earnings comes from. Then on the men's side, obviously we knew that Javier Gomez Noya wouldn't be there on account of his broken elbow, but it's also very surprising to see that Jan Frodeno will not be on the start line defending his title. So as a result, the race will have no bib number 1. Then as far as the Ironman racing last weekend is concerned, on Saturday the 20th of August there was the Ironman Sweden. Kirsten Müller of Germany won the ladies event, and it was a ladies only event. So bear in mind that Sweden was ladies only event. I'm going to be getting to Copenhagen, Denmark in just a moment, and that was a men's only event. So it wasn't that the women were being excluded. From the pro field point of view, the decision was made to make Sweden this year, to make Sweden the ladies only and Denmark the men's only. And from the general feedback from the pro athletes was that this worked rather well. So Kirsten Müller of Germany won Ironman Sweden, which was a ladies only event. Then on Sunday the 21st of August there was the Ironman 70.3 Timmerman, which was in New Hampshire, USA. Mirinda Carfrae of Australia won the ladies, while Tyler Butterfield of Bermuda won for the men. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm in Copenhagen, that was on Sunday the 21st as well, and the men's race was won by Patrick Nilsson of Sweden. Then there were 2 races that had no pro athletes whatsoever. That was the Ironman Coeur d'Alene in Idaho, USA, and the Ironman 70.3 Ohio, USA. Both of those events had no pro race within them whatsoever. And then the other event taking place on Sunday the 21st of August was Ironman Mont Tremblant in Quebec, Canada, and we had Marybeth Ellis of the USA picking up the ladies' title, while Chris Lieferman of the USA won for the men. This weekend, as far as Ironman racing is concerned, on Saturday the 27th of August, there's the IRONMAN 70.3 Brazil-Paraguay, where the race itself switches across the border, which makes it rather interesting from a technical point of view, and it'll be interesting to have been involved in the various dealings behind the scenes, because obviously the athletes will not be stopped at a border control checkpoint to be checking for passports as they go backwards and forwards across the border. Then also on Saturday the 27th of August, we've got the Ironman 70.3 Vichy, and that's in France. Sunday the 28th of August is the full distance Ironman Vichy in France, the Ironman 70.3 Bintan in Indonesia, and the Ironman 70.3 Zell am See-Kaprun, and that's Salzburg in Austria. Then on to the world of the Challenge family, and as far as Challenge family news is concerned, zero news specifically from the Challenge family. Last weekend, as far as events were concerned, two events took place on Sunday the 21st of August. That is Half Challenge in Samorin, Slovakia, and that was Helle Fredriksson of Denmark winning for the ladies, and Evert Scheltinga of Holland, of the Netherlands, picking up the men's title. Then there was the Half Challenge Maciero in Brazil, and Carol Furiella won the ladies' title, while Luri Vinuto won the men's title. This coming weekend, we have on the Saturday the 27th of August, there's a Half Challenge Tonsberg in Norway, and on Sunday the 28th of August, there's Full Distance Challenge Pentington, and that's in Canada. Onto the world of Xterra, no news whatsoever from the world of Xterra this past week as far as news items are concerned. Events, there was one event that took place last weekend, which was Xterra Germany, which doubled as the Xterra European Championship event. Ladies race won by Michel Flippo of France, and Ruben Razafa of Spain picked up the men's title. This weekend, on Saturday the 27th of August, we've got Xterra Sleeping Giant, that's in Ontario, Canada, and Xterra Korea. Then onto the world of the ITU. Gwen Jorgensen, gold medalist in Rio, has confirmed that she'll be on the starting line for the New York City Marathon this year. So her season is still very far from over. Then as far as ITU racing last weekend is concerned, as you all know, it was the on Saturday the 20th of August was the ladies race for the Olympic Games, which took place obviously in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and Gwen Jorgensen of the USA picked up the gold medal. Then this weekend there are zero top level elite events taking place this weekend, so we'll have to wait and see what happens as far as next week is concerned. That brings me to the end of this week's episode of The Week in Triathlon. Be sure to like and share this video, post any comments, questions or criticisms that you may have in the comment section down below. Also remember, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. That way you stay subscribed to my channel for all the new content that comes out day to day, week to week. Remember that until we meet again, stay carved up for the win. I'll see you next time. Cheers.
Whoa!